A very good evening in the TBM 850 here in Norway. November 24 Alpha Lima in Torp, which is ENTO. Nice little airport here in the south of Norway. We'll pick up the TBM to have a 30-minute hop down to Kjevik, which is Kristiansand. Probably bad weather over there. We'll have a look at that in a bit. Let's get this thing ready. Let's get rid of all the chokes and covers for the TBM and get it ready. Don't need that, just watch the elevator, that looks good. Then we'll go close up the rear hatch here, like so. There you go. And then we'll jump in the plane. So we'll close the pilot door. And I'll just brief you with the flight plan real quick. We're taking the plane from ENTO Torp on runway 18, using the Luto to Gulf departure to the south, down to Luto, and from there to Osval. And this is a transition for the arrival, Osval 7 mic arrival, into ENCN, which is Kristiansand or Kjevik, same thing there. So that's what we are planning for. Fuel-wise, SimBrief says 413 kilos, so we might as well set that in the plane. Just check real quick, 398, that is not enough. That should be more than enough, and that should be good, so close that up. Next we'll listen to the ATC here in Torp, get some energy in the TBM, batteries, crash bar up in batteries, and then we'll just hit nav to make sure that everybody knows that we're sitting in the plane and working on stuff. 19080 is the frequency.
at 6. Visibility 10. Rain. Scattered at 500. Broken at 4500.
That looks
Temperature
realistic.
14. Dew point 14. QNH 1003. Transition level 90.
We'll set that.
Advise on initial contact.
Like so.
You have information Foxtrot.
And we've got Foxtrot, okay.
Sandefjord Airport. Information Foxtrot.
Sandefjord ground, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima over at the GA with Foxtrot. Request IFR clearance to Kjevik, please. So, we'll have a look at the flight plan there. Something was doing something in the... Okay. That doesn't sound good at all. What's that supposed to mean? Nobody's listening, okay. So, then we'll have to remedy that, right, guys? ENTO, Torp. We'll go to waypoint info, frequencies, and we'll have a look. Well, this is ground, so that wasn't good enough for us. Why don't we get the charts real quick here, see why don't we get a response. 12180, okay, there it is. So we just,
Foxtrot.
that's the way to set it. 126180. This is the correct one, that was the wrong one, so now we know why we didn't hear anything. Torp ground, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima over at the GA with Foxtrot requesting IFR clearance to Kjevik, please. Okay, sometimes charts are good to have, as in this case. So 118650 would be tower. See if that is correct now.
Blue Max 10904, give way to the TBM 8 on your left. November 24 Alpha Lima, cleared to Kjevik via the Lutot 2 Gulf, departure runway 18. Initial climb 4000, departure on 124.355, squawk 4341.
Cleared to Kjevik via the Luto 2 Gulf, departure runway 18, initial climb 4000, departure 124.355, squawking 4341, November 24 Alpha Lima. 4341. Altitude on. So that is all good.
We'll give way to the TBM 8, Blue Max 10904.
We'll just check that runway 18 and it's Luto 2 Gulf. So that is all good.
November
4000 is good.
Correct.
And just quickly here, you saw that the frequency was wrong again. So we have 118655 and the one in the GTN is the wrong one. So we're just going to change that like so. On the other hand, tower is identifying her, so we might just leave that for now and see what happens later on. Okay. Ground November 24 Alpha Lima, request engine start. We need strobe lights, we will need some
November 24 Alpha Lima, push and start approved, face south.
Push and start approved, face south, November 24 Alpha Lima. Although we're not going to need that, we're just going to go straight ahead. Hit the starter. Starter is flickering, ignition is on, prop is turning, and we'll watch ITT and NG. First NG, 15% will go to low idle as usual. Guys, you know that already. ITT, watching for hot start, just barely on the border there to be a hot start, but that's okay. Waiting for 50% where we're gonna go to high idle.
3948, request push and start.
So high idle.
Was there 3948, push back approved.
Go with the flow.
Clear, push and start. Was there 3948.
Gyros can come on. Strobe will flick off and taxi lights can come on. If his master will come on as well. Pitot 1 and Pitot 2, and I think we'll need some de-icing today because it is, I'm not sure, we get 14 degrees here on the ground. Maybe it's going to be cooler up in the levels. Ape Trims and Master is going to come on. 140 was what we filed for, so we'll set that like so. Bleed to high, air condition on, fan flow auto, and that's about it. Okay. Torp ground, November 24 Alpha Lima, ready to taxi.
November 24 Alpha Lima, runway 18, taxi via Whiskey 2, hold short of runway 36.
Runway 18 taxi via Whiskey 2, hold short runway 36, November 24 Alpha Lima. So, Whiskey 2. Not sure what he wants to do with me. Actually, I could just go here. Okay, he wants me to go over here and then taxi up all the way. We'll do exactly as he says, alright? We'll just do that. Okay.
3948, runway 18, taxi via Tango, Whiskey 2, hold short of runway 36.
Taxi lights are on, parking brake can come off, and let's go.
Runway 18, taxi via Tango, Whiskey 2, hold short of runway 36, was there 3948.
Alright, so
Malta 789 request push and start.
we'll just see.
Malta 789 push approved. Expect taxi shortly.
We are going. So Whiskey 2
Push
is
back,
over there.
Wiz Malta 789
No, Whiskey 2 is further. This is Whiskey 3, so we're just going to go down to Whiskey 2 as he told us. This is Whiskey 3. Yes. Beautiful airport here in Torp ENTO, Norway. Weather-wise, not too bad here. We'll see about that later on in Sandefjord. Yes, using SayIntentions with language
Ryanair
model
1555 ready to push.
Iris.
Ryanair 1555 pushback approved.
And also
Pushback approved. Ryanair 1555.
the Octavi IFR-1 controller to set all the navs. Okay, we'll take a left here on Whiskey 2 and we should, after holding, get a crossing of runway 36. Let's see about that. See if that works. So, watch out for the Wizz Air, take a left here.
November 24 Alpha Lima, cross runway 36, then continue taxi via Charlie Yankee Alpha.
Cross runway 36 and continue taxi via Charlie, Yankee and Alpha, November 24 Alpha Lima. We're clear on the runway, so that is all good. Charlie, Yankee, Alpha, yes, it's all the way, as I just said before, left all the way up to full length of runway 18. So that is a good taxi instruction there from SayIntentions.
Approaching runway
not sure whether
36.
that is really true, but I think or feel
3948, cross runway 36.
that SayIntentions Iris language model is
3948.
snappier than usual. again, like yesterday, we are having that Wizz Air Airbus behind us, and you hear the piston engine in the background. That is not realistic, Brian. Come on, this is a great product you have. But don't.
78906 ready to taxi.
Just remedy that, please. That is not cool.
Wizz Malta 78906, runway 18 taxi via Tango, Whiskey 2, hold short of runway 36. Runway 18 taxi via Tango, Whiskey 2, hold short of runway 36, Wizz Malta 78906.
As we are alone, we're going to flick on the landing lights and the strobe lights, otherwise we will forget. And we're going to go full length, even though we don't need to, and then we'll get departure clearance from tower, and we're not on tower controlling yet, we are still on ground. We'll see about that frequency if that is correct, 118650. We will wait. We got flaps takeoff, we have trims to take off, all the lights are set, we have 4000 in, we have GPS or nav mode in, and we're ready to go. And the QNH is 1003. Well prepared. Okay. We got a wind which is more or less down the runway. You can see the sock over there, which should be good. Okay. Not sure if there's a
Ryanair 3067 boarding complete, request pushback.
Looks like a plane on the runway or not.
Ryanair 3067 cleared for push and start. November 24 Alpha Lima, contact tower on 118.655. Have a good evening.
There you go. Tower 118655, November 24 Alpha Lima, Takero. So that was the correct frequency there. Torp Tower, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima, holding short runway 18, ready for departure. Wait for this guy to go. Hit the brakes there, and we are good, guys.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Torp Tower, runway 18, hold short, marquis on the runway.
Hold short runway 18, November 24 Alpha Lima. Okay. So far, so good.
November 24 Alpha Lima, runway 18, line up and wait.
Runway 18, line up and wait, November 24 Alpha Lima. So far snappy,
November 24 Alpha Lima, runway 18, winds 190 at 6, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 18, cleared for takeoff, November 24 Alpha Lima. So, the feeling that I have with the Iris model...
November 24 Alpha Lima, runway 18, line up and wait.
Okay.
Winds 190 at
approaching
6.
runway 18.
Yeah, okay. I was just gonna say how good the new language model is.
Lima November Kilo Uniform, Oscar, contact departure.
So, let's go, guys. We'll ease up on the torque.
Departure, Lima November Kilo Uniform, Oscar.
Takeoff power is set. Holding the center line there.
On
Torp Tower, Scandinavian 3998, established
Looking
on the ILS
for
runway
85.
100 feet.
Scandinavian 3998,
We are.
Roger.
Positive climb, and we'll tap the brakes and get the gear up. Cool. Bye bye Torp. Bye bye Anton. Pretty busy here with SayIntentions, and we are entering the clouds. 110, we'll go to flap up mode, we'll insert 850 mode as now. Watch the torque there, not to over torque, like so. And you and can come on. As soon as we hit 140 on the speed,
1555, hold short
we'll
of
go
runway 36.
for IS
for Alpha Lima, contact Paris departure on 124.355.
First departure 124355, November 24 Alpha Lima, thanks, bye. First departure, Guquel, November 24 Alpha Lima, 2000, climbing 4000. Just flick it to active, the IS mode, so we'll keep 140 knots there. No one there. Ferris departure, November 24 Alpha Lima 3000, climbing 4000. See if that works better. Test something else. Can you please repeat the last message? Maybe that works. Sometimes you just don't
November
hear.
24 Alpha Lima, Ferris departure identified, climb flight level 140.
Climb flight level 140, November 24 Alpha Lima. Back to IS mode. And transition altitude here in Torp is 7,000. That's where we're going to go for standard pressure, not yet. So, getting in the rain here. Climb checklist. Make sure that we have not forgotten anything here.
Climb. Set IS mode at 130140 knots.
Yeah, we'll just pitch it up a little bit more.
De-icing is rec needed when the temp is 10 Celsius or
We've
less,
got that
when
set,
visible
which
moisture
is
present.
okay there. Taking the right turn on the SID.
Monitor your torque gauge should be 121 or less at all times. Reduce as needed. Set STD altimeter above transition altitude. Landing lights off above 10,000 feet.
We'll go for standard now. Almost
Climb check is
7,000.
complete.
Okay, cool. We'll actually use the weather radar now because weather-wise it is mixed here. We'll just make sure that we see everything in front of us using that thing there. This is the weather radar on the TBM H50.
Departure was Air 3948, 2000 for 4000.
IS mode with 140 roughly. That should be okay.
Air 3948, radar contact, climb and maintain 111000.
So just quickly have a look at the SID, Luto 2 Golf departure. We've done that. We've switched to standard. Ferris approach, we are there, and there's nothing more there. Luto, no restrictions. So
3948, contact.
we're all good there.
Polaris control on 127.255.
So there's no charge for the OS 7 micro arrival, which is too bad. But we'll figure out the ATC frequency in a bit. Just by look at the chart here, we got 80s over in Chevik 124480. Let's set that 124480. Using the IFR-1 controller of Octavi, which is really handy. 480. Like so, and activate.
Formation Oscar. 1850 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 21.
So 21 is the correct one there.
0 at 6. Visibility 10. Rain. Broken at 700. Temperature 14. Dew point 13. QNH 1001. Transition level 90. Advise on initial contact. You have information Oscar.
Oscar and QNH 1001.
Kristiansand Airport. Information Oscar. 1850 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 21. Wind 180 at 6. Visibility 10. Rain. Broken at 700. Temperature 14. Dew point 13. QNH 1001. Transition level 90. Advise on initial contact. You have information Oscar.
Okay, Oscar. And it was runway 21, which is the correct one. We'll just load that in while we are board, approach, ILS 21, and we'll grab INSUP as a transition, and we'll load it in. Put that frequency into active, and we're set there. So, what does that mean? We are on the, still on the SID here. We're actually really early in the flight. Go to Lutot, Osval, and we'll brief that arrival, that approach real quick in a bit. Meantime, enjoying some views here. It's cloudy. We're reaching 140. We'll actually ask for a higher level. Fires approach November 24 Alpha Lima, request flight level 180 due to weather. And I'm guessing we're gonna get that, so we're just continue the climb there.
November 24 Alpha Lima, climb flight level 180.
Climb flight level 180, November 24 Alpha Lima. See if that is enough. IS mode, nav mode, all set. We've got that approach set. Go back to map mode. And we're...
November 24 Alpha Lima, contact Polaris control on 127.255.
Polaris control 127.255, November 24 Alpha Lima. 127.255. Polaris control, god kväll, November 24 Alpha Lima, flight level 180. Almost.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Polaris control identified, hey.
Cabin pressure, I forgot to set that. We're climbing now and we should actually...
Polaris control,
that should go away.
3234, flight level 270.
Oh wait, so yeah, we didn't clear the weather, so...
Red nose 3234, radar
I
contact.
guess we're gonna stick with that. What the heck, let's go further up. Polaris control, November 24 Alpha Lima, request flight level 240 due to weather. See if that is enough. Or VS it up.
November 24 Alpha Lima, climb flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, November 24 Alpha Lima. Now we don't forget, go to 25 like so, and IS mode. Think it's gonna be enough? We'll see. We're still on the sit there, and we have a hefty crosswind, and that's why we're crabbing this thing in to Lutot. Come on. Come on. 210. It's not going to be enough. Service ceiling of this plane is going to be flight level 310.
Expect the Oswald 7 mic arrival. I'll have you descending in just a minute or two.
Expect the Oswald 7 mic arrival November 24 Alpha Lima. Yeah, so we're not going to go higher up. We tried our best, but we are probably not going to get over these clouds, or just maybe. It would be cool though.
November 24 Alpha Lima, descend via Oswald 7 mic to 3000 into Kjevik, QNH 1001.
Descend via Oswald 7 mic to 3000 into Kjevik and QNH is 1001, November 24 Alpha Lima, thanks. So, nothing with clearing clouds here, or we just might have a quick peek. Yeah, a little bit of blue skies we got on the flight, but we're going down now. So, 3000.
Polaris control, Wiz Malta 78906, 3000.
Oh, VS that down.
Wiz Malta 78906, radar contact.
Like so. And now we'll have to go to sea level, since we are descending there.
KLM 1226 contact, sweep
KLH was
control on
1001. And we'll have a look at INSUP, near lip, and near lip has to be 3000, so we'll set that NV nav actually.
Widrow 8
Go
November,
to
descended
live
maintain
plan.
altitude 7,000 feet, cleared for the Adopai 3 mic arrival into Oslo.
Go down to
7,000, cleared for the
near lip,
mic arrival into Oslo, Widrow.
set VNAV, and now we'll have that profile of 2000 negative. We need to do that we come down there. So we're going to do exactly that, negative
567, radar
2000. So we're clearing that cloud layer and we're going to get down soon to Kjevik.
Widrow 56, Golf contact Munich radar on 126.175.
Over to Munich radar, Widrow 56 Golf, so long.
Okay, let's brief that approach.
Polaris control, Ryanair 3067, 3000.
Well on the way down to
Ryanair
Oswald.
3067
We
radar
have no
contact.
chart for that arrival because it's a short one. INSUP will be our initial approach fix.
Ryanair 3067, contact Copenhagen Control 136.
Taking it to the right to Nearlip. Nearlip is going to be the intermediate fix. Left turn.
Ryanair 3067.
And we will intercept the glide slope probably here at FI21. Looking at that here vertical profile, that's exactly that what we have. Nearlip 3000 and FI21. That's where we're going to intercept the glide slope at the final approach point.
Polaris Control, Red Nose 539er 4000.
1109er, we have set that already. And final course for runway 21 is going to be 211. We'll set that in a bit as we switch it over. Contact Chevik approach 12539er, November 24 Alpha Lima.
21. Wind 180.
So 12539er.
Visibility 10. Broken at 600. Temperature 14.
We'll wait for the designator.
QNH 1001. Transition level 90. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Papa.
Papa. Chevik approach, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima, descending through flight level 170 for 3000 with Papa.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Kivik approach, thanks for Papa, identified. Good evening, cleared INSAP transition, expect the ILS runway 21 approach into Kivik.
Cleared the INSAP transition for the ILS runway 21 approach into Kivik, November 24 Alpha Lima. So that adds up perfectly, INSAP transition for that ILS 21, so perfect.
November 24 Alpha Lima, expect the Oswald 7 Mike arrival, INSAP transition, ILS runway 21 approach.
Just as before, I was gonna say that SayIntentions Irish language model is working well. It does, it's snappy but it's fast, but sometimes stuff happens as this last transmission, which is really not correct, because we already got cleared for the INSAP transition, so there's no arrival there, so we're just going to ignore that. Okay, still required negative 2100, so we go a little bit steeper there, maybe 22, in order for us to get that, or just make that restriction not to be high on profile. Just listen quickly again to 8 this.
Advise on initial contact. You have information, Papa.
Yeah, we got Papa, we know that.
Kristiansand Airport. Information, Papa. 1920 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 21. Wind 180 at 8. Visibility 10. Broken at 600. Temperature 14. Dew point 13. QNH 1001. Transition level 90. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Papa.
So
November
nothing
24
there.
Alpha Lima, cleared for the ILS runway 21 approach via INSAP.
You said it before. Clear for the ILS runway 21 approach via INSAP, November 24 Alpha Lima. So 3 things I've heard. First, cleared the transition.
November 24 Alpha Lima, cleared for the ILS runway 21 approach.
Yeah, you just said. Yes, thank you. Said that 3 times now. Cleared for the ILS runway 21 approach, November 24 Alpha Lima. So, not sure whether Iris is working well as I thought. Too bad. It's fast and snappy, but the content is not perfectly accurate. Weird things are happening. So, still 2000 negative, and we are going to profile. At flight level 090, we're going to switch to local. I'm going to do that now actually. 1001, local QNH. We'll just sync that up with our heading in case we get vectored later on, like so. And why don't we brief that approach chart? So it is ILS runway 21. We have got the ATIS, we are in the approach controller. No, we're not, it's a different one. Tower is probably 118105. We have the localizer set in active. This is the final course. FAP 3000, decision altitude 251, which is a height of 200. And the airport elevation is sea level almost. Missed approach, straight ahead. to SVA and a hold, and that is about it. What about minima? Probably not an issue today, but we'll just have a look at it anyway. We are here, RVR 550 and a decision altitude of 251. Yeah, so that is all as expected. Descent checklist.
Descent. Set field elevation, but not before descent. When starting descent, pull throttle back to 100 TRQ, set altitude, and set VS based off of the VNAV page.
850 mode comes off.
Descent through TRS alt, local QNH, set left, set right.
We'll set there.
Landing and taxi lights below 10,000 feet.
Forgot to turn them off. As
Descent
always.
checklist complete.
We got a hefty crosswind there, see about the wind in Kjevik. So weather-wise,
Lima November Tango Charlie, Whiskey, radar contact, maintain VFR, squawk continues.
I was expecting
2000 for 8000, Lima November Tango Charlie Whiskey.
bad weather, but it's not. It looks like really nice weather actually. Maybe a little bit of crosswind. So we'll slow this thing down now since we are soon passing that transition, and there is a restriction of 230 knots, and we'll try to stick with that. There is 230 knots, perfect. Descending to 3000, and we're cleared the transition. Here comes a right turn. Onto that transition, we'll slow it up a bit here. And these are beautiful views, guys. And the evening sun in Kjevik, Kristiansand. Thought it was going to be worse weather, but it is not. Which is okay, I guess. Got that beep, 1000 to go to 3000.
Departure, Wide Row 4 Hotel Foxtrot 2000 for 4000.
It's pretty windy there.
4 Hotel Foxtrot, radar contact, climb and maintain 4000.
Out of 2000 for 4000, Wide Row 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
Next is the left turn here, onto the final. So we're well on the way. And we are cleared the transition and the ILS, so we'll just hit approach mode. And we'll see if that goes well. It will not go well with this heading, but like so 211 is set there. Okay. Localizer will come alive in a bit. There it is, and it should be captured.
November 24 Alpha Lima, contact Kiev
There.
Tower on 118.105.
Kjevik Tower 118 to 105, November 24 Alpha Lima, Takedo. 118, 105, as we just expected before. Kjevik Tower, go kväll, November 24 Alpha Lima on the ILS to 1. So, capture the localizer, we're waiting for the lights
November
off.
Alpha Lima, Kjevik Tower, expect late landing clearance, runway 21.
Expect late landing clearance, November 24 Alpha Lima. So, it is snappier, it's faster. Iris is really fast, the response times, but sometimes erratic. Okay, waiting for the lights to come in. We are still 9 miles out, we'll go for flaps 1. Landing lights, everything is set.
Nordic 1612 ready to taxi.
yaw damper could come off later on.
1612, runway 21 taxi via Yankee Charlie.
What about
runway 21 taxi via Yankee Charlie Nordic 1612?
On the ground, we will try Bravo, exit Bravo. You're down. It's pretty windy there. We still got 16 knots on the head. At least the side or cross component is not that bad. Ground is, there is no ground as I can see here, so we would probably keep our stick on tower. Flaps full, got the runway in sight. Giffy, gear, inner separation we never use, flaps full, and yaw damper will turn off now. Good. Well prepared. Look at QNH and don't forget to sync the heading bug in case we go missed. And 3000 is set. We are good. So 12 knots on the head, which is not too bad. Meanwhile, enjoying the views over Kjevik, Kristiansand on the runway 21 approach, which takes us towards the sea and not the other way around. One question to anybody that is looking at this video: I'm usually using MeteoBlue or real life weather radars to check for weather, and it was supposed to be foggy here and rainy and low ceiling clouds. Nothing of that I can see here. Do you know why? Is there any explanation for why that doesn't sync up? The weather is the same to the weather, to the real weather.
Runway 21, winds 180 at 8, cleared to land.
Runway 21 cleared to land, November 25 Lima. Okay, pilot can come off. Let's have some fun, fly this thing in. Yep, it is bumpy.
Scandinavian 57905, contact departure on course.
It is really bumpy.
To departure, Scandinavian 57905, good day.
Runway 21.
Still 10 knots from the left cross. Not too bad though. Last landing over in France was 20 knots cross, so this should be okay. He's back on the power a bit. It's really windy here. It's gusty at least. Stay high level on profile because we want to exit Bravo, and we'll just accept. Now 9 knots on the head. That was a smooth landing, guys. What do you think? Welcome to Kjevik, Kristiansand. And we'll just go straight right on Bravo, which is the next one here. And he's gonna switch us over to not the ground control. We're gonna stay with tower actually. Yes. Quick flight in Norway. Got a lot of SayIntentions.
November 24 Alpha Lima, welcome to Kjevik. Exit at Bravo if able. Taxi to apron O stand 46 via Bravo. Yankee stay on this frequency.
X Bravo able, if able, taxi to apron O stand 46 via Bravo, Yankee stay on the frequency November 2421. Give me some while. Okay, let's get the plane cleaned up. Landing lights we don't need, strobes come off.
Nordic 1612 holding short of 21, ready to go.
Apron O stand 46.
Nordic 1612 winds 180 at 8, runway 21,
which
cleared
is
for takeoff.
down here.
Have a good flight. Cleared for takeoff 21 Nordic 1612.
Yes, so I was going to say, SayIntentions working fine. Iris, the new language model, the quick one, snappy one, it's working fine as well, but not really correct. Some weird things happening along the way, but it's faster, snappier, so it's a good thing, right? And I'm using the Octavi IFR-1 controller to set the frequencies in NAV, comms and so on, which makes it much more easier, especially when you're flying the plane and you need to talk to ATC on the way. Just putting the right hand on top of the IFR knob makes it much easier to me. Beautiful airport here in Kristiansand in Norway, Kjevik. And we'll just pick one here. We're just going to take one here that is free and not bother too much. We're actually going to just take a right one here. It's much nicer next to this Airbus. Come on. I'm going to take stand 16. Yes, I hope you liked the flight, and I hope you see you on the next one in the TBM or the Learjet. We'll see. Wish you a pleasant evening and see you. Bye bye.